Morning everyone, we are on to chocolate cream pie. I made my bottom crust already, just like I did for the coconut, and I have a homemade recipe that I've done that's pretty foolproof that I'm going to work super fast. So I will write up these recipes for you after we're done. It's 1 2/3 cups of cold water. It's going to take a minute, but it's worth it. This is a recipe that is definitely worth it. To the water you add in cornstarch. 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. 1, 2. Obviously, this is your thickener. 3. Then you add in 5 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder. 1, 2. Yes, I'm using the same spoon. 3, 4. I've never done this for a video, so I'm going to try to do a good pie and show you at the same time. Whisking this together. I'm reading the recipe as we go. 1 2/3 cups of cold water, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, 5 tablespoons of cocoa. I have made this recipe since 2001, and it is my favorite that I've had of a chocolate cream pie. We're going to need 3 egg yolks. So while this is heating up, I did 2 of them already, and I was going to show you in case there's anyone new out there that doesn't know how to separate an egg. Now watch me screw it up doing it for camera. So what I do is I open my egg and I let it drip right through my hand. Some people do it shell to shell. I drip it through my hand. There's my egg yolk. There's my breakfast. 3 egg whites are going to be my breakfast. Or you could make meringue, which that would be good too. But I don't need meringue because on top of our chocolate cream pie, it's fresh whipped cream. I mean the real deal, not Cool Whip, heavy cream, whipping cream. For Thanksgiving, we live it up here as far as calories go. Like I think I was trying to say it before, a piece on the lips is an inch on the hips. That's pretty much what's going to happen on Thursday here. So you mix your water, cornstarch, and cocoa until it's smooth, which it is. And now I'm going to stir in egg yolks, and I'm going to switch to a spatula, and Eagle brand condensed milk, sweetened condensed milk. But I don't have Eagle brand, I have Aldi brand. Guess what? I don't always have name brand. It's just how I am, affordability wise. And you want to do that before that liquid was hot, because otherwise you're going to have scrambled eggs and you don't want that. So I'm scraping out my condensed milk, and then I'll go back to my whisk because I could tell, oh, this is the best pie. At the end of this pie, because it's almost done, it's going to thicken up. And at the end of the pie, you're going to stir in vanilla extract, a pinch of salt, which I have my salt right here. I can put that in now. You're going to stir in vanilla extract and 2 tablespoons of butter and pour it into your pie crust. And then you chill it and you serve it with fresh whipped cream on top. So like I said, I'm going to go back to my whisk. But I'll leave my spatula again in a few minutes. The whisk just helps the bottom. So what kind of chocolate cream pie do you make? I said in my coconut cream pie, my mom always just used box puddings, and we thought those were the greatest because who doesn't love pudding, especially kids? And she made homemade pie crusts, and they didn't have graham cracker crust when I was a kid, that I remember. Do you remember that? But she did learn how to make an Oreo crust pretty quickly, like doing it herself in a food processor with butter and Oreos and smushing it down. I make those, I do. But for Thanksgiving, I make a homemade chocolate cream, serve it with fresh whipped cream in a real pie crust. And this is what, I mean, I could have this all for dinner and just pass over turkey dinner, but that's not the holiday. So after this one, I still have pumpkin and apple to make. So I've done Dave's mincemeat, I've done coconut cream, I've done a lightened up, no corn syrup pecan pie that came out delish. I'm going to have chocolate cream. I'm going to do apple and pumpkin and a butterscotch. Those are the shore ofs. I have dinner cooking in the crock pot. I cooked bacon before. I'm on a roll here. It is 9:15 in the morning. I want to be done by noon. And then tomorrow is side dish day, which I like to do it like in stages so that this way Thursday, it's basically cooking my turkey, making gravy, heating up my sides, making whipped cream. That's Thursday. It works for me. I used to do this all after work. When I worked full time, I'd come home from work and make my pies on Tuesday nights, and on Wednesdays, get out of work at 4 o'clock, make my side dishes, and then Thursday I was off. Thursday and Friday we had off. I think we had off Fridays. I feel like we did. And then Thursdays was, you know, it was on. But, so yeah, work all day. And then Wednesday nights used to be the big party night. So like after I get done making my side dishes, I used to go out and have drinks and listen to live bands. And it was like everybody came home from all the places they were. It was, and I'm talking like well into my 40s. So now, I talked about this last night. We were at Pitch playing cards, and we were there till like little before 9. That's the cutoff. I mean, I'm like dead. So the nightlife and Lori don't get along anymore. So this is my nightlife, is making pies in the morning. It's almost done. It's thickening up beautifully. It's just an easy, foolproof, chocolate delicious cream pie recipe that everybody loves. I will write down these recipes. I've been really good about that. I want you to have them, and I want my granddaughter to have them. So that's the reason for my videos. Is I'm doing my videos, then I go back and type up the recipe. I'm forming my own cookbook. I have one, but I expanded to it, and it's going to be for my little granddaughter. It's skipping right over a generation, because Courtney has the original baking one, and she loves it. But she's already told me 2 days ago she's never in her life going to cook a turkey. That's just who she is. But Braylon wants to learn, and this is done. And I'm telling you right now, guys, if you try any recipe and you like chocolate cream, try this one. So I turned the heat off. I'm going to stir in the vanilla. And I'm going to stir in the butter. The butter's important. It's just 2 tablespoons of butter. Stir this up until that butter is melted into it. It's so dark, I know, I'm sorry. We got not great lighting for this, but trust me, it's delicious chocolate pudding. I am trying to get you where you can see a little bit. And I'm going to pour it into my pie crust, which is a homemade delicious pie crust. And then to the garage, they all go to chill. Butter's almost melted. I probably should have cut the butter into 2 tablespoons separately, but it's just about there. And then it would have melted faster for the video. It's the creamiest that I've ever made, and I've made a lot of them. She's done, so I'm going to pour her in. I mean, this is pretty good stuff. Sorry I'm over here in this corner that you can't even see me, but I can't work hot food and move things at the same time. I'm sorry. So I will top this with fresh whipped cream, like I said, and then I shaved dark chocolate chunks on top to that is my chocolate pie. I let this get very cold. On Thursday, make fresh whipped cream, top the whole thing, and shave dark chocolate all over the top. Chocolate cream pie is done. Coconut cream pie is done. Mincemeat pie is done. Pecan pie is done. I will be back. Have a great day.